Okay. Welcome to Steve's second wedding. I mean, birthday party, same open bar, different excuse. If you know Steve, you know he lives by one philosophy: more is better. What's better than chocolate? More chocolate.
What's better than a yacht? A bigger yacht. What's better than a Yankees game? A doubleheader. What's better than one round of golf? 2 rounds of golf.
And what's better than a birthday party? A week-long celebration with a rehearsal dinner. I didn't know you could rehearse being 80, but here we are on day 5.
When Steve turned 60, we got matching t-shirts with his face on them. For 70, we got jerseys. I was really hoping for tracksuits this year, but I guess this will have to do.
80 years is a long time, and Steve has spent those last 80 years doing what he loves most: buying houses. He has moved more times than I can count. We don't just send Christmas cards anymore, we just send same address and wait. At this point, I don't think he's looking for the perfect house. I think he just really likes packing.
Last week, I moved into a new place in Chicago. I called Poppy to show him my apartment, and he said, "Should I buy a house in Chicago too?"
When we were kids, our grandparents used to take us on week-long trips with no parents called cousin camp. We started a cousin camp tradition of writing plays and performing them for our grandparents at the end of the week.
These eventually turned into the famous cousin camp movies, you know, Lips of Red.
Our productions were some of the worst a person could be subjected to. Worse than Fergie singing the national anthem at the 2018 NBA All-Star Game. Our storylines were questionable at best and usually included an a cappella rendition of Let It Go from Frozen or the entire Madagascar soundtrack. To be fair, we were working with Barbara's old costume closet and a treehouse, so the production budget was low.
Poppy was a good sport though. He usually sat and watched our little shows. Usually after the 3rd or 4th performance of the day or the hour, we started to notice he was taking really long blinks, like suspiciously long. But we really only started to question his attention when our a cappella suddenly had a really bumping bass line in the form of his snoring.
When I was little, my teacher told my parents that I might have a speech impediment. I was saying things like Doc Mustard, and I kept calling my sister Melena instead of Melena. My parents then had to explain that I didn't have a disorder, I just had a grandfather from New York.
Although, I heard they're updating the DSM-5 to include that as an official diagnosis.
Oh my God. I was a Yankees fan before I understood what baseball was. And now that I do, I feel like I deserved a choice. However, I will say, Aaron Judge makes it very easy to watch.
Steve and Barbara just celebrated 57 years together, which first of all, congratulations both of you. I asked him what the secret was and he told me, "Oh, I just turned my hearing aids off." Sorry.
You just get it.
Steve recently took up baking, and he makes a mean flourless chocolate cake. Of course he does. The man always finds a way to eat more chocolate and call it a hobby.
All jokes aside, thank you, Poppy, for being the best grandpa that money can buy. Okay. Actually, all jokes aside, you're always there with wise advice or a funny joke to lighten the mood. As we know, more is always better. If there's anything that I'm sure of, it's what's better than love is more love. If there's anything we can give you on your 80th birthday, besides another house, it's more love. Looking around the room, there's so many people here who love you so much, and it's no surprise.
Speaking of love, let's all take a moment to recognize Grandma for the time and effort she put into planning this party. Everyone coming together on this special day shows just how much we love Poppy. We appreciate you so much, and we hope you have the best birthday. Here's to another 80.